Hubby dumps me and the kids and goes to tropical country to live with side chick, and now he sends me. The letter arrived in a cheap envelope, reeking of coconut sunscreen and betrayal. I stood in my cramped kitchen, kids screaming over a spilled cereal bowl, while my ex-husband's scrawled words mocked me from 1,000 miles away. He was living his best life on some tropical island with her, and now he had the audacity to send me what exactly? 3 months ago, Mark walked out, no warning, no apologies, just a suitcase and a plane ticket to paradise. I was left with our two kids, a mortgage, and a heart shredded like confetti. Emma, 8, kept asking why Daddy didn't call. Liam, 5, drew pictures of palm trees, thinking it was a vacation. Me, I was drowning in bills and rage, piecing together a life from the wreckage of his promises. The day he left, I found a receipt in his coat pocket, a diamond bracelet. Not for me. That's when I knew about her, Lila, the free spirit he met at some yoga retreat. She was all flowy skirts and Instagram filters, the kind of woman who'd never scrub peanut butter off a couch. Mark, my Mark, who swore family was everything, traded us for her and a one-way ticket to a tropical nowhere called San Viento. Now this letter, I tore it open, expecting another gut punch. Instead, it was a check, $500. A post-it note stuck to it read, "For the kids, don't make a big deal." My blood boiled. $500 for abandoning us, for leaving me to explain to Emma why her dance recital had an empty seat, for Liam's nightmares about Daddy disappearing. I wanted to shred it, but the electric bill glared from the counter. Pride doesn't pay the lights. I sat the kids down that night. Emma clutched her stuffed bunny, eyes wide. Liam chewed his sleeve, restless. I told them Daddy sent money to help, but it didn't mean he was coming back. Emma's lip trembled. "Does he love us?" she whispered. I lied through my teeth, saying yes. Because what else do you tell a kid? Liam just nodded, like he already knew the world could be cruel. San Viento, I learned, was a postcard-perfect island. Google showed me beaches, cocktails, and Lila's social media, her grinning next to Mark, who looked tanned and smug. I imagined confronting him, screaming every curse I'd swallowed. But fantasies don't fix broken families. I had to be the strong one, the one who kept us together. Days turned into weeks. I took a second job, serving coffee to people who tipped in loose change. The kids adjusted, sort of. Emma joined the school choir, her voice a small light in the dark. Liam stopped drawing palm trees and started sketching superheroes. Me, I was surviving, but barely. Every night, I'd stare at that check, still uncashed, a symbol of Mark's cowardice. Then another letter came. This one was thicker, with photos. Mark and Lila on a yacht. Mark and Lila at a tiki bar. Mark and Lila, living the life we dreamed of when we were young and stupid. The note was longer this time. "I'm happy. Sarah, you should be too. Move on. Move on." Like I could flip a switch and erase 10 years of marriage. I threw the photos in the trash, but Emma fished them out, staring at her dad like he was a stranger. I started noticing changes in the kids. Emma's songs grew quieter, sadder. Liam's superheroes started losing their battles. I couldn't let Mark's selfishness poison them too. So, I made a plan. Not revenge survival. I cashed the check. Not for bills, but for us. I enrolled Emma in a music camp she'd begged for. I bought Liam a superhero costume, the kind with a cape that made him giggle again. Small wins, but they felt like defiance. One night, I found Emma writing a letter. "To Daddy," she said, showing me a page full of hearts. "I want him to know I'm okay." My throat tightened. She was braver than me. I helped her mail it, knowing Mark probably wouldn't reply. Liam drew a picture to include a superhero saving a family. I cried after they went to bed, not out of sadness, but pride. Months passed. The letters kept coming, each with a check and a smug update. I stopped reading them. Instead, I focused on us. I got a promotion at the coffee shop, enough to quit the second job. We moved to a smaller place, one we could call ours. The kids decorated their rooms with posters and dreams. Emma's choir won a local competition. Liam's teacher said he was a leader, not a follower. We were rebuilding, brick by brick. Then, yeah, a year after Mark left, a different letter arrived. No check, no photos, just his handwriting, shakier than before. Lila left me. It said, San Viento isn't what I thought. I miss you. I miss the kids. My first instinct was to laugh. Karma's a brutal teacher. But then I pictured him, alone on that perfect beach, realizing what he'd thrown away. I didn't feel joy, just pity. I showed the kids the letter. Emma read it silently, then handed it back. He doesn't get to come back, she said, voice steady. Liam just shrugged. I like our house better. Their strength stunned me. They'd moved on, not because they stopped loving him, but because they learned to love themselves. I wrote back to Mark. One sentence, we're happy without you. I didn't mail it. I didn't need to. It was for me, a final release. We weren't the broken ones he was. The kids and I, we were a team, stronger than any tropical fantasy. Emma started writing songs about hope. Liam's superheroes won again. And me, I found myself smiling, not faking it. Life wasn't perfect. Bills still piled up. Some nights, I still cried. But we had each other, and that was enough. Mark's letters stopped coming. I heard through a mutual friend he'd moved back to the States, working some dead-end job. I didn't care. Our story wasn't about him anymore. This is where I ask you, reader, what's right or wrong here? Was I too harsh? Not mailing that letter, should I have let Mark back in? For the kids, or was cutting him out the only way to heal? Share your thoughts. I'd love to know. End